Imagine the largest animal to ever live on Earth. Closer look, it's the blue whale. It is a stunning 200-ton titan. It is longer than 3 school buses parked end to end. It is heavier than an entire fleet of commercial airplanes. Even the largest dinosaurs look tiny next to it. Its heart is the literal size of a small car. Its tongue weighs as much as an entire adult elephant. But 50 million years ago, this ocean monster did not exist. Instead, its direct ancestor was running around on muddy riverbanks. This creature was called Pachycetus. It was a furry, four-legged mammal. It was roughly the size of a modern wolf. It looked like a bizarre mix of a dog, a rat, and a small deer. And the craziest part, it had actual hooves on its feet. Whales belong to the group called artiodactyls. They are even-toed ungulates. This means their closest living relatives today are hippos, giraffes, and cows. Whales are basically just highly modified underwater cows. So how did a furry land rat with hooves turn into a giant ocean submarine? It all started because life on land became an absolute nightmare. The Eocene epoch was scorching hot. Land predators were everywhere. Food was scarce and highly competitive. Pachycetus spent its days hiding in the shallow rivers of modern-day Pakistan. It realized the land was too stressful, but the water was full of slow-moving, delicious fish. It started wading into the streams to hunt. It began spending hours keeping its head just above the surface. Over the next million years, evolution went to work. Enter Ambulocetus. Scientists literally call this the walking whale. It looked like a 300-pound furry alligator. Its legs grew shorter and thicker. Its feet became massive and webbed. Its snout grew long, sharp, and dangerous. Ambulocetus was a clumsy ambush predator. On land, it waddled around like a pathetic sea lion. But in the water, it was a lethal hunter. It swam by, undulating its back up and down. This exact up and down spine movement is why modern whales move their tails vertically, unlike fish who swim side to side. Ambulocetus also developed a genius tracking hack. It couldn't hear well underwater with normal ears, so it pressed its lower jaw against the river floor. Sound vibrations traveled through its jawbones directly to its skull. This was the primitive birth of whale hearing. As millions of years rolled on, the water became their permanent home. Next came creatures like Rhodochytus. These animals completely rage-quit freshwater rivers. They swam directly out into the open ocean. Their ankles became highly flexible for paddling. Their pelvic bones began to disconnect from their spine. This meant their back legs could no longer support their weight on land. They were trapped in the sea forever. Because they were swimming deeper, breathing became a serious design flaw. Having nostrils at the front of your face makes you drown when you swim. So, nature executed a brilliant patch. Over generations, the nostrils slowly slid backward. They migrated up the snout. They moved past the eyes. They eventually settled at the very top of the head. The blowhole was officially born. By 40 million years ago, the transformation was complete. Meet Basilosaurus and Dorudon. These monsters were 100% aquatic. Basilosaurus was a terrifying 60-foot-long ocean eel. Dorudon was smaller and shaped like a sleek dolphin. They possessed massive tail flukes for high-speed propulsion. Their front arms transformed completely into stiff steering flippers. And their hind legs? They shrank into tiny, vestigial, useless 3-inch ankles. These tiny legs did not even connect to their skeleton anymore. They were just dangling inside their flesh like useless biological souvenirs. Then, 34 million years ago, the planet cooled down. The ocean currents shifted drastically. The ancient giant eels went extinct, but the survivors split into 2 modern factions. The first group became the Odontocetes, or toothed whales. This includes dolphins, orcas, and sperm whales. They kept their sharp teeth and weaponized their jaw hearing into advanced echolocation. The second group became the Mysticetes, or baleen whales. They lost their teeth entirely. Instead, they grew massive bristly plates made of fingernail material. They used these filters to scoop up trillions of tiny krill. They realized eating the smallest food allowed them to grow to the biggest sizes in world history. So, a tiny land mammal got stressed out, jumped into a river, lost its fur, moved its nose to its forehead, shrank its legs into nothing, and became a 200-ton ocean-singing submarine. Nature's family tree is absolutely unhinged. Think about that the next time you go to the beach. If humans decided to pack up and move into the ocean today, what is the first evolutionary trait we would get? Webbed fingers, blowholes on our necks, Drop your wildest theories in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button to keep your brain sharp, and we will see you next time on the Evolution Sketchbook.